On. Hello. They hear you. Good.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm fine.
All right, let's see. Oh, this is today? No, this is today. On the record. Jealous. Echoing. On the record of the matter, the people of the state of Michigan versus Melissa Davidson, file number 23-01756. Is she in custody?
She's downstairs.
Oh, okay, we'll skip her for now. Yes, please. On the record in the matter, the people of the state of Michigan versus Juan Jose.
I have to speak to Mr. Lopez. He just appeared on Zoom. I have Megan McKinney ready. I need to talk to Mr. Withers and Mr. Lopez. And then Miss Davison is ready. I've talked to her already.
They put him on an hour late.
No, Mr. Lopez was actually supposed to be on the same post and visit as Megan McKinney. So they were waiting for Megan McKinney to be done and they would put Juan Lopez
Got
on.
it. Megan McKinney, what are we doing?
Your Honor, I believe that she wants to waive the preliminary exam.
On the record in the matter, the people of the state of Michigan versus Megan McKinney, file number 23-02601. Council appearance.
Jeff Roberts on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant Megan McKinney, who is appearing separately from the County Jail.
Date and the time that's set for probable cause conference. Let's see, this matter is scheduled for preliminary examination on September 8th at 8:30 in the morning. And you said you believe she wants to waive examination?
That is my understanding. The offer is that she be screened for mental health. Would she waive up to circuit court and be screened for mental health court? And she, it's my understanding she's amendable to that.
Is that correct, Ms. McKinney?
Ma'am.
Okay, you understand that you have the right to have a preliminary examination in the district court?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand the purpose of the examination is to require the prosecution to meet their burden of probable cause. So they need to establish that they have probable cause, that the crime was committed, and probable cause sufficient to charge you with the crime. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
You wish to unconditionally waive your right to an examination at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that unconditional means you cannot later return and decide that you want to have your exam. This matter will be bound over to the circuit court for trial, and it's not based on any threats or promises. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody making any threats to you or promises to you to get you to waive your exam?
No, ma'am.
Bind over date's gonna be September 13th. That's the date. The circuit court will get the file from the district court. That's not a date that you need to appear in court, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Your next court date will be a pre-trial in circuit court. Your attorney will be made aware of that date. Do you have any questions at this time?
No, ma'am.
Bond was set at 1,010%. That will continue. Any additional matters for the record?
I have
You're
a
on.
question.
Defense, we would make a bond request if at all possible to convert it to a personal recognizance bond. Ms. McKinney has been provided information on shelter. She is homeless, but she is planning on going to a shelter. She doesn't mind having even a GPS tether, but with the current bond set, she is unable to post it.
Did you want to address the bond motion?
No, people would just leave it to the court's discretion, Your Honor.
I don't have her prior criminal history. I didn't write her. We didn't get a recommendation from probation. I don't know if she has anything else pending.
She has nothing pending, I believe, in the state of Michigan, Your Honor. She does have prior criminal history from the state of Georgia. But that is,
Okay, and how is she intending to pay for GPS 7?
Because she's homeless, she'd probably qualify for the indigent funding, Your Honor.
Bond is amended to 1,000 personal recognizance with GPS tether.
Okay.
You need to provide that. You need to provide us with an address within 24 hours.
Okay, does that, the personal recognizance mean I don't pay the money?
I'm sorry?
Does the personal recognizance mean that I don't pay the money?
That's correct.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, no problem. Any additional matters for the record?
All right, thank
People, Your Honor.
you.
Nothing for defense. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're all set, ma'am.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Same to you. Oops. Lavelle Gray.
In the courtroom, yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor,
Okay.
and we are ready to proceed on that.
What are we doing with James Jefferson?
that's Mr. Notes.
He's not on Zoom. I'll probably have to go find him.
Jessica Gonzalez.
That's my case, Judge.
Oh, okay. On the record in the matter of the people of this state of Michigan versus Jessica Gonzalez. The file number is 23-02478. Council appearance.
Jeff Radowitz on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Jared Robinson, Assistant Public Defender for Ms. Gonzalez.
Okay, Ms. Gonzalez, today was the date set for probable cause conference. This matter is scheduled for a preliminary examination September 8th at 9 o'clock in the morning. Council, are we proceeding to exam at the time?
So, Judge, in this case, our office has a conflict and we did send this off to conflict counsel. I believe Mr. Jeffrey Rothstein has accepted the case. We received notice of that late afternoon yesterday, so I'm not sure if he's had a chance to file his appearance yet or not. But my guess is that there'll probably need to be some sort of extension on the preliminary exam date.
Okay, well, if he's accepted the case, he'll file his appearance and we'll address the timeline next week at the time of the exam. So we'll treat the exam date like another probable cause conference. Any additional issues for today?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
We're all set for today, Ms. Gonzalez. This is Ms. Davidson. On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Melissa Davidson, file number 23-01756. Council appearance.
Jeff Radowitz on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
An Assistant Public Defender, Sarah Donnelly, on behalf of the defendant, Melissa Davidson, who is appearing in person and to my right.
Today's the date set for probable cause conference. This matter is scheduled for preliminary examination September 8th at 9 a.m. Are we proceeding to exam?
At this time, Your Honor, yes, I believe we will be proceeding to exam. However, with that, the people have made an offer of use, but it has been brought to my attention by Ms. Donnelly that the defendant is currently, I believe, enrolled in drug court out in Eaton County, and there is another sentencing matter up in Allegan County set for October 2nd. So we would be asking that this be left on for preliminary examination. However, with that information, the offer may change, or we would address any sort of timeline issues necessary up next week at the preliminary exam, Your Honor.
Okay, counsel.
Yes, Your Honor, largely that is the truth. There was an offer for a misdemeanor use, but it is Ms. Davidson's intention. She's not in drug court yet. She's got a sentencing in October in Eaton County that should put her in drug court. And that's in circuit court, right? Okay, so with that, Your Honor, I'm looking for an offer. We might just be waiving this up to circuit court so that it can be easily transferred to Eaton County. So yes, we would like to treat next week as like a PCC date. If we need to waive the prelim, we will.
I'll note that in the file. We'll treat next week as an additional probable cause conference. Bond on this matter was set at 1,000 personal recognizance. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
Nothing for defense, no.
You're all set. Thank you. We need notes.
Yes, I will go see where.
Okay, on the record, in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Lavelle Gray, file number 23-00274. Council appearance.
Jeff Rodowitz on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
And Assistant Public Defender Aaron Schroeder on behalf of Mr. Gray, who is approaching and is now standing to my right.
How are you, Mr. Gray?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Oh, thank you. It was the date that was set for a competency hearing. I have a report here from the State of Michigan Department of Health and Human Services Center for Forensic Psychiatry. It was dated for August 23rd, 2023. Did each of you get a copy of that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and that report addresses the issue of competency to stand trial. It stated the opinion of the psychologist was that Mr. Gray continues to present with significant impairments in his thinking and speech. And it was the examiner's opinion that these impairments were barriers to his understanding of the nature and object of the proceedings, or in order to be able to advocate for himself during the proceedings in a reality-based manner. So I think he's continued to actually put him in the to be deemed, and he's continued to be deemed incompetent at this time, but the opinion is that the possibility of his competency being restored through treatment is likely. Is there any reason to have an objection to the body or the conclusion of the report?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
Nothing as to the body and conclusion of the report. I would just note that Mr. Gray has told me that he is receiving treatment through therapy and psychiatry. Dr. Hill and Dr. McCauley on his own, he went and sought out these individuals, and that he has been taking medication as well as attending appointments. I think they're just, he is seeking out treatment. I just wanted the court to be aware, and we are hopeful that in future reviews, we will be able to move forward. Thank you.
Without objection, I'm going to adopt the body of the findings of the report and incorporate the report into the court record. The defendant will be ordered to undergo and to continue to undergo treatment with the hopes of restoring his competency. And we'll set this out for a later review date.
And just so the record is clear, the treatment he is receiving has not been through the forensic psychiatry or MDHHS,
Okay,
mainly just because they don't have anybody available, so he has sought out treatment on his own through private providers.
Okay, so that my order would then be that you do have to have treatment through the Center for Forensic Psychiatry. You understand that? Okay. Yes.
November 3rd and
Set up for review November 3rd. at 9.
I would just say, again, the reason he has not gotten anything specific from the Center for Forensics is that they keep saying they don't have.
Yeah, they're inundated right now.
Yes, so that's why he was trying to get some treatment otherwise. Thank you.
So, but that's good. That he's doing something to help himself while we try to work this out through the system. Bond will continue as set. Any other matters we need to address on the record today?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
Nothing for the defense, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Gray.
Would you like to go track down the results?
You know, yes,
I believe he's down to Canada.
let's see. Do we have any attorneys here for any of the other people that are here?
I know Ms. Donnelly is meeting with Mr. Lopez and Mr. Withers at the moment, and I don't believe Mr. McInnes has an attorney. Outside of that, Mr. Milks has Mr. Jefferson and Mr. Marcos.
They had another wedding since we- Did we tell them that? I'm saying that. No, we didn't let them know that. Let's see. You go find Mr. Milks. Who's the person identified as Nita?
Yeah, yes, I'm Lavelle Gray's mother. I was just attending a hearing to see what was going on with him and make sure that he was going to be in a good state.
Oh, okay, sounds good. We just concluded his hearing. He's actually leaving the courtroom right now.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Charles Withers is represented by Ms. Donnelly. Shaniqua Parker.
Yes, ma'am.
On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Shaniqua Vashon Parker. The file number here is 23-02176. Ms. Parker, I have a bench warrant here because you failed to appear for an arraignment on August 29th, 2023. This is for a misdemeanor alleging that on or about March 19th, 2023, at the area of North Grand River, City of Lansing, Ingham County, State of Michigan, that you did allegedly commit the act in count 1 of hinder, obstruct, oppose, or resist a Lansing police officer in the performance of the law enforcement duties at or near 4401 North Grand River, and contrary to the provisions of the Code of Lansing being 602.02. That's a misdemeanor with a maximum penalty being 90 days in jail and or $500 in fines. Do you understand the charge and the maximum penalty, ma'am?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, so you have the right to be represented by counsel. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, you can make a request to have the public defender's office represent you at the expense of the public. My understanding is that you were recently denied representation by the public defender's office. Is that correct?
No, I wasn't aware of that.
Okay, well, did you have public defense counsel and you just chose to hire an attorney? Why were we putting your case out on your felony matter?
I hired an attorney for the other case.
I recognize that. My question was, did you retain counsel because you just wanted to retain counsel, or did you seek representation from the public defense office and that they denied you?
No, I was never told that I was denied.
Okay, so you declined court-appointed counsel on your felony matter, correct?
Yeah, because I was scared. I'm like, I never caught a charge, something like that. A felony, something like
Oh,
I thought that was the best thing to do. No.
so did you want to do an intake on this one to be represented by the public defender's office?
Yes.
Okay, you have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say, anything you put in writing can be used against you. You have the right to plead guilty, plead not guilty, or stand mute. This matter will be set for a pretrial. I didn't give me a pretrial date.
September 19th.
September 19th at 10. And that'll be before me, okay?
Yes.
Okay, and then as for a bond, let me also continue to advise you of your rights. You have the right to have a trial on this matter, and you have the right to a jury trial. You have the right to the presumption of innocence, and you have the right to require the city to prove your guilt at a jury trial by proving each element of the charge being brought against you. The court will enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf at this time. I'll get you in a private meeting room with one of the public defenders in just a moment, and then you can complete the intake with them, okay?
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Let me cross that out. I also have the people of the state of Michigan versus Shaniqua Parker, file number 12-04718. And this one is in warrant status, ma'am. I think this was a matter that you had before Judge Alderson. And you have some fines and costs that you owe. It says you owe $569.48.
Oh, I didn't know that it was in the warrant. I know I have paid like $100 on it recently. I didn't know it was in warrant status, but anyway, I can make a payment today.
Okay, I'll note that you'll make a payment today. It looks like you were making payments back in 2014. There was one payment in 2015, one payment in 2016. A late fee was assessed in 2019 because of the inconsistency and how this case has been pending since 2012. And then
I have a question. So when I
Yes.
just applied my bond to it in what was that, a few months ago, I applied my because I got my bond back, but I applied it to the collections. Is that not the same case?
You may have had another case.
Huh?
You may have had another case. I don't see where your bond was applied here. This has been in collections.
Yeah, that's what I thought. The one from a long time ago. I thought that okay, I'll go down there and fix it. I thought that that's what it was getting added to this, and then I was agreed to pay $100 a month after that. That's what I thought.
Surety bond.
This file, you had a surety bond.
Oh. I gotta look into it.
So yeah, the
But I
last
do have a
payment we
payment.
received. Yeah, the last payment we received on this one was $100, I think, back in March.
Okay, yeah. Okay. All right.
So you'll make a payment today and you'll continue to make payments monthly until paid in full?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll note that in the file and then you'll be all set on this for today. Hang tight, we'll get you in the room with the public defender.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Right.
On record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus James Jefferson, file number 23-02471FY, council appearance.
Jeff Brodowitz on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
And good morning, Your Honor. Stephen Wilkes on behalf of Mr. Jefferson. Mr. Jefferson appearing via Zoom at this time, waiting his in-court appearance.
Okay, today was the date set for a probable cause conference. Mr. Jefferson, your matter is scheduled to proceed to preliminary examination, September 8th at 8:30 in the morning. Are we continuing to an exam?
Your Honor, at this time, it is my understanding that Public Defender's Office will be conflicting out of this matter. I leave it to Mr. Mills for further explanation.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, that is a correct and accurate statement. Currently, we are representing the named complaining witness in this matter. That is a direct conflict. I've already spoken with Mr. Jefferson regarding this, and I've already had the opportunity to send him over his discovery. My office to make sure that he gets conflict counsel already over my office.
So I'll note that here in the file that he does need to have conflict counsel. We'll treat next week as another probable cause conference.
Thank you.
No problem. Any additional matters for today's record?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor. Thank you.
Do you have any questions, Mr. Jefferson?
Yes, but no. I mean, I would like to discuss it with the, my public defender.
Very good. So your questions are for your counsel, correct?
Yes,
Okay, very good. So we'll wait to make sure you have appropriate counsel so you can have those questions addressed. You're all set for today. We'll see you next week.
thank you. Have a good one.
Same to you. Can someone give Ms. Parker an intake? She's on Zoom.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry.
I got my charger in my bag.
On the record, in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Juan Lopez, file number 23-02604 and 23-01323, council appearances.
Jeff Brodowitz on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
An Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant, Juan Lopez, who is appearing separately from the Ingham County Jail.
Okay, Mr. Lopez, today's the date set for probable cause conferences in both files. You have a preliminary examination in both files next week, September 8th at 8:30 in the morning. Are we proceeding to exam?
Yes, Your Honor, at this time, this will be left on for exam. I will note also for the record that I am standing in currently for APA Adam Pfeiffer, who had a scheduling conflict this morning out in Livingston County. But he will be the prosecuting attorney handling these matters. It was also in my discussions with defense counsel earlier today. I was made aware that they did not have discovery yet. However, I have taken steps to make sure that they get all the necessary discovery in this matter.
Counsel?
Yes, Your Honor, that's true.
This is switched from Judge Buchanan, it says Judge Buchanan. Must have been switched, because that was yesterday's thing. Originally, it was arranged, and he should have had an exam. Yeah. Okay, sounds good. Okay, so we'll continue to exam next week. A bond in each matter was set at 2,010%. Any issue with bond at this time?
No, Your Honor, because he's also being held on by Judge Aquilina.
Okay, you're all set for today. Thank you. Mr. Withers is in.
He's still in my breakout room. I just came in here to get my power. I'll go, I have to finish talking to him. I'll be right back.
Okay, do we have anybody else in here? Waiting for court? You're all set, Mr. Lopez.
All right, thank you.
Nico Parker is still in the room, but I don't see the. On the record in the matter, the people of the state of Michigan versus Charles Withers, file number 23-01931, council appearance.
Jeff Reynolds on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant Charles Withers, who is appearing separately from Hingham County Jail.
Okay, Mr. Withers, today was the date set for a preliminary, probable cause conference. The matter is set for preliminary examination on September 8th at 9:30 in the morning. I have one count of domestic violence, but it's a third offense. Enhance it to a felony, count 2 of larceny, 200 to 1,000. How are we proceeding, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor, the people have made an offer in this matter for Mr. Withers to plead to, and I believe it'd be an added count 3 of domestic violence second, with the condition that he attend DV, domestic violence court with Judge Ward. And with that, the people would be dismissing counts 1 and 2, as well as the habitual offender notice.
Is he screened for domestic violence court?
I do not believe he has been screened yet, Your Honor.
That can't be an offer then. Yeah, he's gotta get accepted first. We can continue to examine, treat it as a PCC.
Okay, that works, Your Honor. My apologies.
Okay, let's see. We'll see you next week in person at September 8th at 9:30, and then your attorney and the prosecutor will follow up to make or see if you're eligible for participation and plea and sentence under the domestic violence court, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you have any questions today?
No, I don't.
Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
Yes, from defense, Mr. Withers has a 20,000, I think it's a 10%, but he has a bond cash surety. I believe there's also a tether being ordered. He can't post the bond. He is worried that he just secured Section 8 housing. So he wanted to ask or request that the bond be converted so that he can be released and keep his home.
Looks like the bond was set at 20,000 cash surety with GPS tether victim notification. The people did submit a bond recommendation and they requested more than that due to his prior criminal history and the nature of these alleged incidents. The domestic violence is a third offense. Then he also was charged as an habitual offender. Fourth offense notice. That, without me looking at his criminal history, lets me know this is extensive history for him. So his bond motion is denied. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
Nothing for defense. Thank you.
You're all set for today, Mr. Withers.
Okay, thank you.
You know, never been in the industry.